now.
Alright guys, so this is the key to the Maybach S500 Mercedes Benz. So I'm going to review this car, and let's get started by unlocking this. This has auto folding mirrors, like you can see. As I unlock this thing, it just folds out, and the lights on this thing is absolutely phenomenal. So as you can see, the lights are pretty nicely shaped, and you've got now all the sensors around the chrome all around the car, you can see. So that's really nice. And as we come around this car, you've got a Maybach logo right here and a S500 logo there. You've got a Maybach logo here also. You can see all those ambient lighting inside. Yeah, pretty much. So this is one of my favorites, which is the standing logo, which you have to pay extra for a premium to get this. The DRLs, those are pretty nice. The hood on this thing looks absolutely great. This has got a really dynamic shape to it. All the chrome detailing, everything is so nice. And there you can see in the middle, you have got a camera over there for safety features. So yeah, let's just hop in the car. The lights, ambient lighting, yes. So not to hit the pole, so I'm just going to sit in this car and turn on the engine. My god, this is so lovely. So I'm just going to turn up the aircon because it's heating like it, it's boiling in Mumbai. So yes, this is one of the best cars, or let me say the best or the most luxurious car in India available right now, because the Phantom Generation 8 is still not available, and no one has that. And the S600, I think one or two might be having that, but it's pretty rare. Like you saw in the review of the 740, the Drive, the BMW 740, there was a Maybach in front of me. So yeah, and right now this is like heaven. The blue ambient lighting in this thing is absolutely great. To lift up your mood, you don't need ambient lighting in such a car, because you already feel like you're on the top of the world. The speakers, like this is one of my favorite parts, when this speaker turns and comes out. So yeah, you've got your seat controls on your driver's seat, and like every other seat, you have got your seat controls, the locking and unlocking all the 4 windows, the window locking system, the memory seating, and everything, the lights, the handbrake, the parking assist, and the 360-degree view, lane keep assist, and you've got your start stop button. Now there's a trick in this car. If you guys don't know, this is a manual key for the car. You've got your Maybach logo back here, and the Mercedes logo on here. So when you remove this stop and start button over here, you like have to pull it out, and that it's a key fob. When your battery dies, you've got to start your car like that. So yes, pretty much this is very, very great. I can say that. So you've got a Maybach logo right here. Let me just switch on the light so you can see right here. There's a Maybach logo and everything. You've got your lighter and everything for that. Here you've got 2 quite big screens for detailing, for the driver's side and for the infotainment system. Both are like 10 or 12.4 inches, and you've got your wooden finish all over this wooden trim, and the AC vents are pretty nice. IWC clock in the center, that's really great. And you've got your perforated leather with the diamond stitching on it. Well, one of the features which this one is missing is the heads-up display, which would have been great on such an expensive car, which costs around like 3.5 to 4 crores. So yeah, this is great. You've got your ambient lighting below your feet and everywhere. The doors are quite huge and heavy. You've got all your Alcantara and everything up here. You've got your sunroof, so this is a dual sunroof, not as the BMW. The steering is very light. You've got your panels up here, aluminium used up here. It's really great wooden finish on this steering wheel, and perforated leather. I don't know, perforated leather, and the black trim over here. It's really great. You've got your volume settings for the infotainment and the call settings, and to select the menu and everything. You have this is run like 10,865 kilometers. So yeah, you've got your temperature, the lights and everything. This infotainment is one of the best infotainment in the industry, if you say that. Yeah, so media, Bluetooth, audio information disc, and here you've got your everything. So here, navigation, radio, media, telephone, vehicle. And one of the greatest things I feel about this infotainment thing is that when you press down here, you've got only two options, and this wheel does not rotate like other than two times, to say that you've got only two options left. Like here also it moves till here, the internet and the navigation, and it does not move any further. So you've got your navigation, radio, media, telephone, vehicle. So I'm just going to go in vehicle settings here, vehicle seats, 360-degree camera, consumption, parental control, owner's manual, time, vehicle settings again. So I'm just going to go in vehicle settings, and you have your acoustic lock, feedback, belt adjustment, and stuff like that. Locator, illumination, interior lighting, delayed, whatever you have, boot height. And I'm just going to return from here. So you've got your vehicle settings, seat settings. So you can go in your seat settings and adjust the lumbar for the driver. You don't have the massaging seats for the driver and the passenger in the front. Well, you have it for the back, the main passenger who will be sitting at the back. You've got your 360-degree camera in the front and at the back as well. So this works absolutely phenomenal. 180-degree view, if you say. This is 360-degree view if you look at it. So yeah, pretty much this is one thing, and I'm just going to go back, see what else is there. So I've looked into the menu, and you have your everything basically. So here you have the display of your aircon as well. So yeah, pretty much. And for the ambient lighting also, I'm just going to go in car, 360-degree consumption. Where was that? Yeah, so here in the ambient lighting, you can see everywhere you have your whole car ambient lit up. So yeah, pretty much that's one thing. So yes, you can reduce or brighten up or whatever it is like that. I'm just going to return here. Entry, exit, ambient lighting, color. You can change from 7 different colors. There's blue, there's sort of purplish, pinkish color. You've got your yellow, like this yellow just matches with the leather in here. Then you've got your a red, then you've got one of the bright reds. This is very great, and you've got pink. This is absolutely great. You've got pink color in a car. This would be a girl's car, since this is one of the greatest cars. I love this light, red. This red is a bit dull sort of. This red goes absolutely great. Yeah, so I'm just going to hop on to the sorry so much, I just forgot to show you this. Here you have your suspension and sport suspension, comfort suspension, your sport and eco mode. In this one it does not have any sport dials like the BMW. If I put it in sport mode, it does not change any speedometers or anything. It just shows here S on this RPM meter, So yeah, I'm just going to put it back on the eco mode. Here you have your volume switch and everything. So I'm just going to, you know, hop on to the back seat and check it out. So stay tuned. Alright, so this is the I'm going to review the back seat of the Maybach. So let's open the doors. This is like a soft closed door, if you can see, like it pushes itself inside. So I'm just going to sit back. If you open the door here, you've got a Maybach logo, if you say that correctly, Maybach. So I just say that as that Maybach, you know, it's easier for me. So I'm just going to sit inside and see what it feels like, you know. The seats, oh my god, I've got to take a second and explain how are the seats. The seats are like you're sitting on a cloud, and the visibility on this thing, I don't know if you can see this sunroof. Oh my god, it is absolutely phenomenal. You feel so airy inside, and you know, you can change like the brightness and everything in here. Here you've got your lights and everything, you know, when you switch on your reading light and stuff. Like see, if you have your reading light, and here you've got your, you know, mirror adjustment. Sorry, my hair is again a bit messy. So yeah, that's one thing. You've got lights for your mirror as well, vanity mirror, if you say that correctly. And here you've got your Burmester sound system, and this sound system sounds absolutely phenomenal. I know I am saying phenomenal so many times, but it is so great. Now here, if I put down you know, the shades here, this is for the rear shades, if you can see. So the rear shades go down there, and you know, I'll just you know, as soon as I, you know, changed this one, this the color of the sunroof changes, and you know, it just shuts like that. So yeah, so here if you change that, you've got like brighten or whatever, change it to its original. Here you've got your original ashtray for the Mercedes-Benz logo, with the Mercedes-Benz logo. So here I'm going to keep it back in there. So you've got your two USB ports, you know, your CD changer, the aircon, you have it there, two AC vents, pretty nice, you know. So your window controls, you can drop off your shades from here. Yeah, the windows are pretty large on here as well, so I'm just going to put them up. You know, you've got your cooled seats as well, cooled, heated, you know. You can, I'm just going to put this in the relax mode, the memory seat function here. So here you can see the seat, the front seat is going all the way at the end, and if you see that correctly, the seat is adjusting itself, and the, you know, footrest comes along, and the front goes down, if you see, and a footrest just appears to, you know, for you to relax your foot on and enjoy the television on this. And yeah, just let me switch on this television, sort of, whatever you say, that rear infotainment system. Again, I got mistaken. So here you've got your remote. I don't have it right now, just let me find it and I'll be back with you. So I was not able to find the remote. Where is it kept? Sorry, someone might have kept it here and there. So this is everything. You've got now all the things what you have in front. At the rear you can control the front infotainment system with the remote of the rear, and you know, you have a personal headphone, if you see that right here. So let me just take those out. Here you've got your headphones for the Mercedes-Benz official headphones. So if you can see, you've got your Mercedes-Benz logo up here on the headphones, and these are pretty nice touch, if you see. And yes, I love this car. The ambient lighting on this thing is absolutely phenomenal. If you see, this one does not come with a refrigerator. That's one sort of not bad, but you know, a feature that they should have given. So I'm just going to return it back to the, you know, original seating position. I'm just going to put that down, and from here, like You can control the complete seating positions and everything like that. So that's one thing. I love the leg room on this thing because the leg room is absolutely ginormous. There you've got your, you know, leather mats with this car. It does give you leather mats with this thing, and you know, you can control the front seats as well with this. It'll, you know, straight come back to its original position. So here you can see I have the remote in hand. Sorry, I could not find the remote for quite some time. So here you've got you know, this is your remote, and from here you've got a dial to control the left rear entertainment, rear right entertainment, and you know, stuff like that. I don't know what the yeah, the you know, the drivers in a display, and the command, which is the main infotainment system in the front. So I'm going to control the left rear. This wheel moves accordingly where you want it to move, you know. So here the same, you've got your AC controls and everything, your navigation, vehicle settings, and the best thing about this one is you've got your seat settings over here. So I'm just going to go in seat settings, and from here you can see you've got reset the entire seat, the backrest, sides, you know, sort of the lumbar. This is the part of the lumbar. So you've got your lumbar, and here you've got your massage. So here you have your, you know, sort of increase intensity, whatever. I don't really use the massage function that much. So yeah, you've got your seat heating balance and everything. So yeah, this is one thing, and I'm just going to go back into the massage, just leave it there. And so yeah, this is one thing, and yeah, this is probably it. And from here, like as soon as I switch this off, let me just put it out to the rear. See, you see again, I can control both of them here also from the left rear. If I switch this on, this comes on. I just switch that off. So yeah, pretty much this is the entire package of the Mercedes-Benz Maybach series. And yes, please tell me on your thoughts about this. And I'm just going to put the remote back in. You know, I've got some medicines in there. So yeah, so pretty much this is it, the whole car. You've got all the things in here. Pretty much this is the most luxurious car available in India till now, till date, or whatever you can say that. So yeah, pretty much this is it. So I'm just going to, you know, leave it as it is. Just switch off the lights from here, and yes, I'm just going to switch off the car, you know, the battery. So before switching off the car itself, I'm just going to show you the boot as well as the engine. So stay tuned for that. Just hold on a moment. 3, 2, 1. So you know, I've just opened the boot of the car, and you can see it's quite large since it does not have the refrigerator. This is just a box kept here, and it's pretty messy, I know that, but still this also has the electronically closed boot as well, so it closes itself. And yeah, the opening is quite narrow, if I would say. Yeah, pretty much this is it. And yes, I would love to, you know, get this car myself. So yeah, so this is the Maybach. Yeah, so I'm just going to drive it around and tell you like how does it perform as a daily driver for like everyday use. Like not everyone is going to use this car as a daily driver, of course, but still it's my job to tell you guys. Sorry for the shaking. It's kind of odd, but still. So here is a bit of traffic. My god, please, please, the traffic jams really take out the fun out of your driving, honestly. So yeah, so I'm just going to put it in the sport mode, and like it does give you a lot of power, but you know, it it does not have that raw feeling when it comes to the performance. It does not give you the entire, the complete feeling of power. Yeah, the launch control is pretty nice. It holds down to like 3000 rpm and then launches, but still it has to be a bit when you're spending 3.5 to 4 crores on a car like so luxurious, you do expect performance. Yes, the numbers are pretty much very good. It produces around I think 623 horsepower and like 720 newton meters of torque. That's pretty nice figures, but the tuning of the engine is not pretty much up to the level of what I expected it to be, but still it's pretty nice. It does the job, takes you to from point A to point B, but still you've got to admit that it's not like a performance, much greater performance. It has a top speed of 250 kilometers per hour, but it is limited on winter tires, which it has right now. So that's one thing, and it attracts a lot of attention, trust me, because the Maybach logo does the job itself. Maybachs are pretty rare in Mumbai or like India, I would say, because these are like the top end expensive models, so you cannot expect much. You cannot see much of them. This was a pretty nice experience for me also, but still I am a bit disappointed by the engine itself. The power delivery is not up to the mark. After 120 kilometers per hour, the engine lags down a bit on the mid-range and the higher range, but the low ranges are pretty nice. It is all-wheel drive, so it has to be like one of the greatest benefits about the car, but still you've got pretty much everything, every feature in here except for the heads-up display. It is very comfortable. It has like two modes, the sport and the eco mode. I would prefer driving it in the sport mode, since the responses are pretty sharp, and when you put your foot down, it does give you the power, but as I said, it does not feel entirely great, can be said. So that's one thing, and yeah, pretty much this is the thing what I